Hello, I'm Beth. Welcome back to my channel. Here we talk about books and all things related, and today I'm going to be doing a tier ranking of all the books that I've read in 2024, or at least most of the books I've read. There's some that I have read, I popped them on my Goodreads, but they were like for my course, or I just didn't really like read them because I wanted to, I just had to for some reason or other, so I don't have that much of an opinion on those and I'm not gonna talk about them. So my tier list, which you can see on the screen hopefully, so for the top we've got This Book Has Changed Me. These are my like favourite books from 2024, some of the favourite books I've ever read, and I would rate them like a 6 stars if I could, like they're that good. Then we've got Great Book, self-explanatory, Good Book but some bits could be better. That's when I just feel like something's not quite right, like I think the book has a lot of promise and I enjoyed reading it, but whilst I was reading it I was like, I wish this was done a slightly different way. And I've just got Didn't Get It / Not For Me. This is for books that I don't really have a massive opinion on, I just clearly didn't understand them, and usually they're books that like have done well and I know people who enjoy them, but I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And then we've got Bit Crap, and we've got Why Did You Write This? ? I think I probably got about 35 books on here, and I read around 45 this year, so it's just under how much I've read. And I'm gonna I'll start with the top because that's the start of the year. I've got Ruth Ozeki's My Year of Meat. I'm gonna put great book. I gave this 5 stars. I love this book. I think if you're wanting to be a vegetarian, or you are, this is a great book. I actually avoided it for a while whilst I was vegan because I thought it was about eating meat, which it's not. It's actually about why eating meat is bad. But now I'm no longer vegetarian, so I feel pretty guilty about that. But it was a great book. Okay, next we have Milkman. I had to do this for uni. I'll put good book, but some bits could be better. I didn't exactly enjoy this book, and like other books that I'm gonna put in that ranking I probably enjoyed more, but I can definitely see how, yeah, maybe I shouldn't put it in there. Maybe I should put it in Didn't Get It. No, because I did get it. Yeah, this could be better. I think like I see how the book has done well, and it definitely sparks some important conversations, and it was interesting to analyse it, but I didn't really get anything from it, personally. Then we've got this, The Vegetarian by Han Kang. I'll put great book. I did my dissertation for uni on this book actually, along with some others, and I thought that was a really, really good book. Very much enjoyed it. Then we've got Almond, and I'm forgetting the author's name and I can't see it on here, but I know it's a Korean author. I'll put good book, but some bits could be better. Yeah, because I definitely got it, but I think to me this seems more like a YA book. I felt like it was maybe a little bit too simple and I couldn't really get into it because I think I get that sometimes when I'm reading from perspectives of like younger people. Not every book, but like, yeah, definitely this one. It was sweet. I mean, like, it was sad, it was sweet, there was definitely good bits to it, so yeah. Next we have Drive Your Plow Over the Bones of the Dead, and that is going in our ooh, This Book Changed Me. Love. Absolutely love. This book made me want to get back into writing, and like, I just think it's so good. Like, definitely like one of my favourite books of all time. Probably, yeah, definitely top 3. Like, great book. I need to read more of her stuff. Just like the setting is so cool. It's in like rural Poland and it's icy and it's snowy, and just like, just if you haven't read this book, like you have to. It's amazing. And it won a Nobel Prize, I'm pretty sure, for this book, so read it. Then we've got Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I'll put good book, but some bits could be better. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was entertaining and I enjoyed reading it, but like from a literary point of view, could have been done better in my opinion. And I know a lot of people don't agree with that and like absolutely loved it, but yeah, it was like a meh for me. Then we have A Tale of Two Cities. I'm putting Didn't Get It / Not For Me. I know it's a great book. I know Dickens is a great writer. I know like he knows what he's doing. I got so lost in it. I had to do it for uni. I got really, really lost and didn't quite understand what was going on half the time. But that's my bad. That's, you know, me not getting it. So I'll put it there. I know it's a great book, just not for me. I loved Great Expectations though. So it's not just that I don't like Dickens. Next we have Big Swiss. I'm putting This Book Has Changed Me just because like I love this book. And again, it's really influenced like my writing practice and the kind of stuff I want to write. So yeah, big fan of that one. Great like queer literature. I think it's, yeah. Mwah. Next we have Things I Do Not Want to Know by Deborah Levy. I'll put great book. Really good non-fiction, especially if you want to become a writer or if you are interested in writers' lives. That's a good one. Jackie Kay's Why Don't You Stop Talking. Oh, I did this for uni. I'm not sure why I put this on the list. I'm putting not for me. It's well written. It's really good. It's just not my type of book that I enjoy reading. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have put that on the list because I don't have that much of an opinion on it. Then we have The Handmaid's Tail. Ooh, do I want to put it in This Book Has Changed Me or Great Book? Ooh. I'm putting This Book Has Changed Me. Very good. Yeah, I'm sure most people who are watching this have already read it. And then we have Butter by Asako Yuzuki. This won the Waterstones Book of the Year, and I was actually working in Waterstones when this came out and we sold so much of it. I'm putting it in good book, but bits could be better because I enjoyed it, but I'm not sure if like the translation's a bit off or if I'm not sure what it is about the writing, but like some bits just didn't really like gel with me. But I did enjoy it and it was like quite entertaining, and it's a rather long book and like I got through it pretty quick, so I clearly did enjoy it. Then I'll put Six Crimson Cranes. This is like the only fantasy I have ever read. Ooh, that's a difficult one. Oh, I'll put good book, but it needs more context in that like I don't enjoy fantasy and it's definitely giving like YA and I don't like reading YA. I don't know if it is or not, but not a massive fan, but it's a good book. Maybe I'll put Not For Me. Yeah, I'll put Not For Me because like I did enjoy it, but I wouldn't read another book like that, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's correct. And then we have this Soul, oh, what's it called? There's Soul Park Jolly Massacre? The Soul... I've forgotten the name of it. I'll put it on the screen. This is a great book. Really, really good book. Loved it. Very like interesting way of writing, and as I said in one of my last videos, or in my first video, the setting is so good for like that uncanny vibe. If you like strange books, this is a really good one. And if you want any more strange books, my first video is like a few recommendations for books kind of along those lines. But yeah, very like unlike something I've read before, and like I definitely want to read more of her stuff if any more is translated. Then we have The Secret History. Boom, book has changed me. Amazing. I will take no slander on this book. People that don't rate this book 5 stars, I don't get you. It's so good. Like, and I know it's had so much hype and been spoken about loads all over BookTok, TikTok, but like for a reason, it's really good. I'm a really big fan of like the dark academia kind of vibes. I'm reading A Little Life at the moment and it's kind of got some similar vibes and I'm enjoying that, but what a good book. Donna Tartt, I love you. Ooh, and then Giovanni's Room, James Baldwin. Also, this book has changed me. The writing in this book, holy shit. Like, I was in my bath when I was reading it, and I was reading like the lines out loud to myself because I was so like, I just wanted to take in each line as like well as I could. There's so much beauty to his writing. He is an amazing writer. And it's the only book of his that I've read. I really need to read more because of how much I like enjoyed this. It's just art, the way he like puts together sentences and stuff, like it's amazing. I definitely need to read it again, and it's such a short book, you can read it again. But yeah, amazing. Then we've got On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. Ooh. See, great book, but a tiny bit repetitive. Well, it would be more in great book, but some bits could be better because his writing is really good. I'll leave it in great book, but it's personally like, I probably need to read it again to fully like take it in. I'm actually writing an essay on it at the moment, so maybe my opinion would change after I analyse it more. No, I think it would stay there because it's not changed me as a person, so yeah, okay. Then we have Eileen by Tessa Moshfegh. Great book, love her writing. Yeah. Our Queen Otessa. I enjoyed it more than A Year of Rest and Relaxation. But would I put it in Some Bits Could Be Better? No, I'll put it in Great Book because I don't want that book to be any different, just because it's not got as much of a plot, I guess, as Eileen. If you're wanting more like no plot just vibes, then My Year of Rest and Relaxation is a good one, but they're both great books in my opinion. Ooh, the next one. We've got The Stranger by Camus. I didn't get it. It wasn't for me. I don't know why, and maybe I just need to read it again because I was so excited for this book. I like heard so many good things about it and I thought I was gonna love it. I read it and I was just like, huh, what? And I know so many people like rate it really highly, and I just wish I could feel the same way because the way they describe it, I'm like, that sounds so cool, but it's just not for me, unfortunately. And I am so open to my opinion being changed for any of these books, by the way, so like, if you have anything to kind of open my eyes to this, leave a little comment and I'll see what I think then. Then we have Paradise Rot, Jenny Hval. This book changed me. The way she describes like rotting fruit and stuff, oh, love. I love like the grotesque, as I've spoken about in other videos, and this one is like the epitome of like what I want to read. It's so good. Need to read her other books. Yeah, she's great. Then we have Ripe by Sarah Rose Etter. I'll put that in good book, but some bits could be better. And then I'm gonna put her other book, The Book of X, in great book. Ooh, would I put it in? Yeah, I put it in great book. I think so. Book of X is her newest release, and that one I think is just like written slightly better and like has a bit more to grip on. Hello, baby girl. Has a bit more flesh to it. Both of them are quite like, not loads is going on, but I just say in Book of X it's like a little bit more just well executed. Then we have Bonjour Tristesse. Ooh. I'll put this in great book. I think it's one of those that like I enjoyed it whilst I was reading, but then like after I finished it I was like, oh, that was a really, really good book. And like you can appreciate it more after you finish it. Because like not loads happens, but then after reading I was like, I can hear my bunny running around. After reading I was like, oh wow, the way she like describes like the glimmering like sunny French sea is just like, oh, I don't know, just like that whole sorry, I just got a comment on one of my YouTube videos and I'm still so new to this and it's so nice seeing comments because it makes me like, oh, it just makes me so happy when people say nice things. What was I saying? Oh yeah, just the way she describes the setting is amazing. So big fan of that. Then I have Chang Ray Lee. I'll put that in good book, but some bits could be better. Sorry, the book is A Gesture Life by Chang Ray Lee. I did this for uni. I've not got loads of opinions on this, to be honest. It's good. if you read the blurb and like the sound of it, then give it a go, but I don't have too much to say about it, but yeah, it's good. Then we have Hot Milk by Deborah Levy. Ooh, I'll put this in. Good big book, but some bits could be better. I don't know what could be better, but I wouldn't say it's like great. But I did enjoy it. I think by the end I was just sort of like, okay, what's this actually about? So maybe if that was a little bit clearer. No, don't you dare eat that. Sorry, my bunny really likes to eat the monstera plant and it's poisonous, so you can't be having that, silly bun. Do you want to say hello to everyone? Come here, my baby girl. Come here, baby girl. What was your favourite book from the year? Hey? Okay, so then we got Brainworms by Alison Rumpet. Don't know where to put this one. Do you know what? I've not used the last two columns because I don't, to be fair, I kind of pick up books that I know I like, so none of them are crap. But I'm gonna change this column and make it specifically one for these books. And I'm gonna title it What in capitals. Because what the hell did I just read? To form an opinion on this, I would probably have to go to years of therapy to try and even understand how it makes me feel, first of all. What a strange book. I mentioned this in one of my last videos. I can't really describe it too much because it's just like very intensely sexual with like very strange fetishes and so on. If you like strange stuff, read it. It's an experience. I raced through it, that's all I'll say, but that's got its own little category. Then we have The Safe Keep, which was one of the Booker Prize shortlist books. Amazing, loved, the writing is beautiful. Some of the best writing I've read this year. Great exploration of queer romance and like forbidden relationships, and it's like historical romance too, and there's some great twists. That's one of my favourite for sure. Great book. We have Normal People, Sally Rooney. I'll put good book, but some bits could be better. Sally Rooney's writing style is unlike what I've read before and not necessarily in a great way. But I can appreciate what she's doing and that it does definitely work in its own way, but it's just not really for me. But I am going to read her other books because it seemed interesting. It was just quite repetitive and like didn't really lead somewhere the way I thought it would. I was kind of expecting a little bit more just because it's so like popular, but then again I did enjoy it, so it's good. We've got Our Wives Under the Sea. Banging book, beautiful, really good book. Didn't understand it fully though, probably need to reread it if I'm being honest, but yeah, that's a really good one. I've got her new release in hardback that I need to read next. Then we have Small Things Like These, Claire Keegan. Didn't get it. So many people love this book. I didn't understand it at all, to be honest. I didn't get why people are so attracted towards it. I can appreciate that the writing is good, but I didn't even give it a rating because I was just like, I have no opinion because it just didn't really mean anything to me. Like I read it and my opinion didn't change from like before I read it. I have nothing to say about this book. But also I know people like Big Book Lady, I love her books. She loves this book, so give it a read and let me know maybe if I'm just stupid, but yeah. Then we have The Party by Tessa Hadley. This is quite a short one. I'll say good book, but some bits could be better. Like, it's not even necessarily that bits could be better, it was just like a book that, okay, you know, like I don't have too much to say about it. That's, you know, it was what it was and it was well written, but you know, it was my last book of the year. It's very short, so I don't think you can really get attached to the characters in such a short amount of pages. I mean, to be fair though, it's around the same amount of pages as like Giovanni's Room, and like that was very moving, so yeah, it was fine. I wouldn't recommend it, but then I wouldn't deter somebody from reading it, so. Oh, then we have Paradas by Fernanda Melchor. My opinion on this changes all the time. I'm going to put it in great book because upon reflection, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Probably not what I was expecting, and I think that's why when I read it I was a bit unsure. But yeah, that's a great one. We have Rest and Be Thankful by Emma Glass. I'll put good book, but some bits could be better, just because, like, again, this is one of those that I read and I'm like, I can't really remember much from it, and to me that's telling me that I probably didn't love it, but I know I didn't dislike it, so yeah. And then the last one we've got is I Who Have Never Known Men, Jacqueline Hartman. Great book. Great book, but I have a really weird story about this book. I read the book and I finished it, and I remember specifically reading like this last line in the book that I thought was amazing, and I like immediately went to my phone, I left a 5-star review, and I said like, that last line is so powerful, I loved that. And then I got my boyfriend to read it, and I kept telling him the whole time, just like, it'll get better, like wait till that last line, it's so good, like it's so powerful. And then he finished it. I was like, what do you think of the last line? And he was like, oh, like I didn't really think that much of it. I went back and read it, and it was a completely different sentence, and I can't really remember what it was that I thought I read, and it wasn't that one. And I was trying to look through the last pages, couldn't see the sentence anywhere. So I have like no idea. I had to go back and like rush and delete my review because I was just like, how did I conjure up this fake sentence that doesn't exist? So that's super weird. I've never had something like that happen to me, and like the fact, it's so weird because I did leave the review immediately, so it's not as if I had time to like get things mixed up in my head. Like I was holding the book and left the review, so God knows. But there we are, that's all of them. As you can see, I did not put anything in Why Did You Write This? If it was last year's, the year before last, if it's 2023 books, I probably would have had a couple in there. But this year I read some good books. Mainly books that I really enjoyed. But as I said, like I do tend to pick up books that I know like I'll really enjoy from like reviews and so on, so yeah, it's cool seeing all the stuff I read like in a little hierarchy like that. It's interesting, and I wonder how much they would change if I like went back to reread them, or if I did this like right after I finished reading them. It would probably be different because my opinion kind of changes with time, and like when I've had more reflection and so on. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you read any of these, let me know your opinion and your thoughts on them, because I'm really interested in how people like receive books differently. Like I said, there was quite a few that have been really highly rated and I thought were crap. So yeah, I shall see you in my next video, whenever that is, hopefully soon. But thank you for watching, and I love you.